Hello again, folks, and welcome back to another video of WZ Sports Day Austin 2023. We are now heading into the third sport of the event, which this time around is going to be volleyball. Aqua team came away with a 2-0 record from basketball and is now sitting in first place at 3-1. We'll have to see if they can maintain that lead through volleyball. Here's a look at the rules. Volleyball rule set here. This time it's going to look a little different than it did in the last sports day in Philly. There are two significant differences. The first one being that there is a forced serving rotation, so every time the possession changes, the server has to rotate. The same server can serve multiple times in a row if they are rallying points, but when the ball turns over to the other team, the next time it comes back to their team, it'll be the next person's turn to serve. This is a bit different than in Philly when we just had whoever wants to serve as the rule. The other main difference is that we removed faults/mulligans, which was a rule in Philly where each player had one fault per game, referring to serves. It gets a bit confusing to keep track of and also slows down game pace, so we removed that rule. Every time a serve is failed, that will just be a point to the other team and their ball. First to 25 points this time. Other than that, gonna look pretty similar overall. So with that, we're going to get into the first game of volleyball here, which is going to be yellow team versus purple team, starting right now. Game 1 of volleyball getting underway here. We've got yellow team facing off against purple team. Both of these teams really looking for a win here to get back into the race for first with Aqua team. So we've got a pretty good rally to start it out here. Ball's going back and forth. Oh, Joseph will get it past Larry, and that will start off purple team with the win. Cut ahead here, Larry with a bit of a poor receive and King not able to follow it up. So quick 2-0 lead for the purple team. Any really sizable gaps in time will be cut out. We're talking like 20 plus seconds, otherwise just going to leave that in. Haller with the serve. Larry with another not so great receive. TK will save it off of King's set. Purple team's got it now, and Joseph flubs it, so yellow team gets on the board with a point here. Really nice save there by TK with the behind the back bump, as we're looking at a 2-1 game for purple. And Larry will be the first server on the yellow team side, making sure he's behind the line. We do have lines drawn in the sand. The whole sand is not inbounds, just to make that clear. Can't really see the lines on the footage, but they are there. Big delay here as Larry will go for the overhand serve, and not even close. That's going to be way under the net. That will be a point for purple. RCP will serve. Larry with the receive. TK didn't have a good read on it. Not able to follow it up. Purple will get another point on the board. 4-1 in their favor currently, as RCP will look to serve. Goes for the underhanded lob. Looks like that was in. Unfortunate misjudgment by King there. And another serve just kind of dunks in there. Yellow team really just not able to receive right now. Over on some definitely pretty receivable serves here. Come from the underhand lobs. And that one also offline. TK not able to get it over. 7-1 purple. This is getting out of hand fast. Yellow team needs to get together, get some points. At the very least, hit the ball back over the net. Larry bumps way off, and that's going to be another point for purple team. 8-1 here, as this is getting ugly, folks. Purple team sitting pretty here with an 8-1 lead. RCP will bump it over. Larry with the receive, but it's too far and into the net, and now we're talking 9-1 purple. And you know, we saw a similar problem from brown team in I believe that was in, so a misjudgment from TK as well. 10-1, just like that. We saw a similar story from brown team in Philly where the enemy team would just rack up a lot of free points just from flubbed receives, and that's what we're seeing here. Larry with the set. TK will get it over in any way possible, and they will get a point just like that. That's all it took. Just got to get the ball over the net. And now we're looking at 2-11. So TK will line up to serve. They need to string some points together here to get some momentum back. Nice serve over the net. Haller will just push it right back over. Larry pushes it over as well, but he pushes it out of bounds, and just like that, the ball is right back in purple team's hands, and they've got a 10-point lead in this game. They lead 12-2. As Joseph will now serve. Also goes for the safe underhand, but he'll be out of bounds actually, so service error there, and yellow will get the ball back. So 12-3 in purple's favor, as King will now be up in the serving rotation. And it's too low. Service error there, right back to purple. And that's not what yellow needs in this situation. Haller now up to serve. A nice serve there. Larry will receive it off, and that's 14 for the purple team. And yeah, well, I've said before, still holding up true. Really a lot of struggling for the yellow team on the receiving end. Larry will, that should maybe work. Oh, King's follow-up was not there, and now we're looking at 15-3. That's going to be a point, I believe, for the yellow team. Yeah, nice receive there by Larry, got it over, and it just landed in bounds. So much needed point there, the yellow team off of Larry's receive, and now we're looking at 4-15, and Larry up to serve now. Goes for the overhand again. It's way offline. He put a lot of power into that one, too much power. Overcompensated for his last service error where it was short. And now purple's got it again, and they're up 16-4. Larry will receive it. TK goes for the follow-up, and a nicely placed hit there will give yellow team a point. So we're looking at 16-5. As TK will be up to serve, yeah. I'm pretty sure. There looks like there's some confusion over whose serve it is, but yeah, it is TK's serve. They've got 11 points to close the gap. And a nice serve by TK there will get an ace, so that's 1 point down. They've got a lot more to go. Purple team has looked really solid on receiving this game overall. And they'll just get over the net. Joseph will try to just spike it right back over, and it's he's short, so that's another point for yellow team. TK serving pretty consistently here. Purple leads at 16-7. Really strong serve there, but a nice receive by Haller. They should be able to get that over. Great follow-up by RCP and Joe. That's just a full team effort there by purple team, showing off their skill, and they lead it by 10 again. TK will try to recover that one, but the bump is offline. That would have been a tricky play. And purple up 18-7. And this is looking like curtains, folks. Yellow team would need a miracle here. They would just need to chain a lot of points together. Joseph's serve there was too deep, ended up out of bounds, so yellow will get a much needed point back. And if you're purple, all you got to do is just play it safe. You know, don't go for anything too crazy. Joseph calling out, but they'll receive it anyways, and it looks like it'll work. That was failed receive by King, and that will give purple the ball back. Haller up to serve now. Haller, the all-time leader in service aces in WZ. And you can see why right there. Really strong, nice underhanded serve will tie up the back lines of the yellow team, and they're not able to receive it. And we're looking at 20-8 in favor of purple team. They're looking to close the door here. Serve by Haller goes up. Nice receives by King and Larry. TK will spike it over, but he spiked it out of bounds. And that is 21 now for the purple team. That serve, though, will be low. Yellow will get the ball back. That'll be 9 points for them. 12-point deficit here. Really need to chain some service aces. Joseph just hits it right back over, and no one's going to receive it. So, just like that, that'll stop their rally. Purple just needs 3 points to win this game. RCP serves it over, and receives off. So that'll be 23 now for purple. RCP line up to serve. Larry will receive it, but it's a little shaky, and King not able to follow up either. So now purple's on game point. They just need one more point to finish off this game. 15-point lead. seeming insurmountable for the yellow team at this point in the game. Overhanded serve by RCP, and just into no man's land. No one's there to receive it, and that's going to do it. Purple team convincingly takes this game 25-9 over the yellow team, and they will improve their record to 3-2, while yellow team drops to 1-4. Things are getting dire for them in this competition. Now for game 2 of volleyball, we've got purple team going up against Aqua team. This is a big game here. It's going to determine a lot as we move forward in this competition. Anks and Joseph with a little battle at the net. Anks comes out on top. Aqua team playing their first game of the day. We have seen Anks struggle historically in volleyball, the two events we've seen him play it, but Wally and Doobie, on the other hand, have both had pretty good success in volleyball. Doobie we haven't seen play since Phoenix. He was out during Philly volleyball due to injury, as that serve will go out. So now we're up to Aqua team. Wally with a nice serve that RCP is not able to handle, so they'll get a point on the board. Purple team coming off a really dominating performance against yellow team, so this should be a good match. As another great serve by Wally, though. That'll get Aqua up 4-1 early, and they're going to have to stop him quick. Wally definitely known to have some pretty great serves, so you want him out of there as soon as possible with this forced serving rotation. Another great serve, and RCP once again can't handle it. 5-1 Aqua. They're going to have to learn how to receive Wally's serves in a hurry before this game gets out of hand, as Larry will try to take out RCP with that throw there from the sidelines. Here we go, 5-1 Aqua. Ooh, that serves low, so break for the purple team. They'll get a point and they'll get the ball. That's huge for them, as they only trail 3. Certainly within range of Aqua still in this game. RCP with the serve. Maybe with a nice receive. Anks, though, a little too eager there, and it will be another point for the purple. RCP setting up for another serve. Goes for the safe lob again. Doobie, that receives off, and that's not something we're used to seeing from Doobie. In Phoenix, he was really consistent and great with his bump receives. So purple now just trails by 1 point. Wally will set it up. Anks will set it up as well. Doobie's got to get it over, and he'll do just that, but Joe hits it right back over. Let's see what the Aqua response is. Wally with a little tip there, and Joe's not able to handle it. So Aqua up 6-4 now in this game. That was a really solidly played volley by the Aqua team there. Anks up to serve. It's pretty deep, and that's going to be out. So purple gets the ball right back on a service error from Anks. It's something we've been seeing a lot today, a lot of service errors. Purple now with the ball. Joseph coming up to serve. And that's going to be in just barely. Doobie will receive it. Wally will get it over. Joseph goes crazy for it, and that's going to work. What a play by Joe to get purple team tied up with Aqua here. Just barely got over the net. Nanks wasn't able to handle it. So Joe now will serve again. He's going to have to try to get another nice one. Doobie with a good receive. Wally with a good set. Anks will get it over and out of bounds. So yeah, right now we're seeing some struggles from Anks. He's got to get his footing quick. His purple will take the lead. Now 7-6. Got a nice close game here so far. Just put the serve over. Wally will set it up. So it's a little low, but Anks will get it anyways, and Haller not able to recover it. That will be a tie game. Now it's 7-7. Balls going to the Aqua team. Doobie will be up to serve. Doobie with the serve, underhand over the net. RCP will just kind of set it right into the net. I think Joe might have had a chance on that, but he thought it was going over. So, break for the Aqua team. Service ace by Doobie as they take the lead now. Doobie with the set over, and Joseph gets it over, and Doobie's not able to handle it. Tie game. Nice play by Joe. Right back in it now, 8-8. Howler up to serve, which could be dangerous for the Aqua team. Wally able to set that one up though, and Anks with another nice set. Wally just barely gets in there, and Joseph receive is way off, so Aqua team now will lead at 9-8. That was a great save by Wally there. It looked like the set was intended for Doobie, but he wasn't going to get to it, but Wally bailed him out there. 9-8 for Aqua, as Anks will practice his setting. Sharp serve over the net. Joe just hits it, or no, he actually didn't hit that. He intended to, but it was just a low serve, so that's going to be a service error in the tie game. 9-9, really back and forth game here. Just kind of been deadlocked the whole time. Doobie with the nice receive there. With a good set. Anks got to get over. He will, but it's receivable. RCP just pushes it back over. Doobie with the receive. Wally with the save, and Joseph is not able to get over the net. So after a nice volley there, Aqua is now up 10-9. It's been a really nice and competitive game. And it'll be Anks' serve now. He had a service error his last time. He's going to have to haul it in and get a nice one over the net here. And he will do just that. RCP sets it up. Howard's got some work to do, and he's not going to be able to save it. The receive from RCP was offline. And a nice serve by Anks there. It was pretty low and sharp. He'll get the ace. Sets it over. RCP with a nice receive. And Wally with the attempt at the block there was super close, but it's not quite going to land. So Joe with a nice kill there. And they're within one once again. And we've got Joseph up to serve. Alright, with the receive, Anks will opt to set up for Doobie, who just kind of pushes it over, and RCP just slams it right back down, so that'll be a tie game. It's a great play, and yeah, you know, in some of these circumstances, the set isn't always the play, and we saw an example of it there. Anks probably was better off just hitting it over the net from his position and opted to set it up for Doobie instead. Speaking of which, Wally will set it up, Anks will bump it, and that will be out of bounds. Really close there, but just out of bounds. That's a point for the purple team, and they will take the lead back. This game has been pretty much like within 1 or 2 points the entire time. It's pretty crazy. Anks will set it up, and no one wants it. Wally and Doobie just could not decide what to do there, and that's going to drop. So purple now leads at 2. They've got a little bit of a little breathing room now for a mistake. Joseph will serve it over. The receive from Doobie is pretty bad, but Wally will recover it, and Anks will get it in there. Wow, that landed in. That's crazy. What a play by Wally and Anks to get over, and now they trail just 1. Joseph will hit it over. That might be out. And it will be. Nice read by Doobie. That will be a tie game, 13-13. Like I said before, really back and forth game here. And this is a big one. It's going to determine a lot. Doobie serves it over. They will receive it, but it's out of bounds. Joseph hits it out, and now Aqua's looking at the lead again. Repeat of the situation. This time they'll get over, though, and Doobie's receive is way offline. It'll be a tie game again, 14-14. What a game this has been, and you know, purple trails by a game in the standings behind Aqua, so they really need this win. Anks with the setup. Wally will go for the spike, and they, oh my goodness, the triple. That is unbelievable. RCP just barely gets it with the dive, and then they all get a piece of it to get it over the net in bounds. That is an insane play by purple team, almost certainly play of the game material, as we are looking at a 15-14 lead for purple now. Howler will serve it low, and that's important. That'll give them the tie game right back and give them their possession. And that's the caveat with those sharp low serves from Howler, is that sometimes they're going to be a little too low. RCP will set it up. Howler will get over the net. Wally with the receive, Angst the set to Doobie, but the set is off, and that's a point for the purple team, and they'll get the lead back. A nice break for purple there, as RCP will be up to serve. He's been doing the underhand loves, but they're consistent. He hasn't really made a service error today, I believe. Had a lot of aces in the last game. Assuming he's going to opt for that there. He will. Wally will receive it. Angst with the setup to Wally, and he'll slap it down, and oh, almost saved it, but RCP and Joe are not able to come up with it. And that's tied up at 16 now as a result. This game has just been so close throughout. Angst with the serve, and it's low. Another service error by Angst. That's going to come in costly, as purple will get the lead back and the possession. Now I'll bring up Joseph to serve. He's been serving pretty well in this game. Historically, coming into this event, has not made a whole lot of serves. That'll be a clean one. Wally will set it up to Angst, who will have a really good set there. Haller with the great receive off of Wally's spike. Joseph will put it up in the air. Let's see what happens. It's not over the net, so that'll be Aqua's point. Wally was ready for the defense, but he didn't need it, as the bump did not clear. And now we're tied up yet again, and Doobie is up to serve. Going for the overhand. Ambitious, and he'll hit Angst in that back of the head. High Q moment there. If you know, you know. And purple will lead at 18-17. Wow. Quite a moment for Doobie to pick to ambitiously try out an overhand serve, and it did not pay off. This serve from, or this receive from Doobie is a little off, but Wally was able to recover it, and then it just lands in the perfect spot. Purple both hit the deck. They're not able to recover it. And we're tied yet again in this game. It's 18-18. And now it will be Wally to serve, so purple needs to stop this as soon as possible. And right off the bat, that's a point for Aqua. Joseph got a little ambitious there. Haller was actually lined up to receive that, I believe, so that could cost them. 19-18 for Aqua. Another serve by Wally coming. And that's out of bounds, so rare flub by Wally there. That's going to come in costly, as we're looking at a tie game. And instantly a flub right back from RCP. I think that's his first service error on the entire day, and it comes at a dire time. At the later stages of this game, Aqua's going to take the lead off that, 20-19, and they're going to get the ball for Angst, who has a couple service errors in this game. He needs to make sure he gets this in play. And he will. That landed in bounds, and RCP thought it was going to be out. That is huge. Aqua takes a 2-point lead off of the perfectly placed serve by Angst. And he's going to have another one coming. And that one will be out, though. That's the third service error of the game for Angst. And that's going to really put the ball in purple team's court here. They trail by 1 now. It's 2021, which also happens to be the year the first WZ Sports Day happened. And Angst will set it up to Wally. He's got a great opportunity here. It will just barely get over the net. RCP will recover it. Haller will hit it over, but oh, no one's in the back lines. Joseph ran up to the front lines and left back wide open. That's going to be 22 points for the Aqua team, and they are closing in on victory here. They need 3 more points, but purple still trails them closely, just 2 behind. Doobie will serve it over the net. RCP will hit it up. Joseph will just try to get it over. He'll do just that. Doobie with a nice hit there, and it's a deadly one. That's a great hit by Doobie. It just landed perfectly. They weren't able to recover it. And now 23-20. This is one of the biggest leads we've seen in this game so far. It's been so back and forth. And purple needs something fast. Doobie with the serve. Haller will just hit it right back over. Wally will set it up to Angst. We'll hit it to Doobie, who hits it low. That's going to be a point for purple. That's just what they needed. And Haller up to serve, too, in a big moment is also exactly what you're looking for here. They trail by just 2 points. That's a good serve, and Doobie's receive will go backwards, and they won't be able to recover it. That's a point for the purple team. They trail by just 1. Here comes the serve by Haller. Angst will get it in the air. Wally will just push it over. RCP to Joe, and oh, Joe misplays it. That will be 24 for Aqua. It's game point. Wally to serve. This is exactly who you do not want to see serving in this situation if you're the purple team. 1 point will end this game. Here comes the serve. It's a sharp one. Haller receives it cleanly to RCP to Joe, right over. Wally will hit it. Oh, it's into the net by Anks, and that's illegal now. That's 3 hits. That's a point for the purple team. What a clutch play by the purple team to get that point, and now one more point, they can force a deuce. Here comes the serve by RCP. Failed serve would end the game. It won't be though. Doobie will receive it, and Wally will hit it over. Haller and Joe will get it over as well, and Wally will throw it to the back lines. No one was there, and that is the game, folks. 25-23. Aqua team wins it. All 3 games between Purple Team and Aqua Team have gone the distance and been so close, but all 3 times Aqua Team has come away with the win. And that is really puts them in a great seat in this competition. They are now 4-1, while Purple Team falls to 3-3. Game 3 of volleyball starting here. We've got Aqua Team versus Yellow Team. Both of these teams have played Purple Team today. Yellow Team was thoroughly defeated by them, while Aqua Team just edged out a victory against them. So with that in mind, you gotta imagine Yellow Team has their work cut out for them in this game. But with that being said, Yellow on the board first with a service ace by TK. Let's see what happens here. Larry not able to come up with that though, so it'll be a tie game right away, 1-1. And it'll be Aqua Team's ball. This is a must-win game for the Yellow Team, actually. If they lose this game, they will be mathematically eliminated from first place contention. If they win this game, they would mathematically be able to force a tie. The Yellow Team takes the lead there with a nice kill by TK, 2-1 in their favor. King up to serve. Aqua Team doesn't clinch with a victory here, but they put themselves in a really great seat if they are to win this game, as they will tie it up right there. If Aqua Team wins this game, they will be 2 games up on Purple going into the final sport, which means that Purple Team would need to 2-0 while Aqua Team 0-2s to force a tiebreaker in that case. Yellow Team, if they win this game in a similar seat, they would need to 2-0 while Aqua Team 0-2s to force a 3-way tiebreaker in that scenario. So a lot riding on this game actually, as we've got a close one to start. Aqua leads at 3-2 with Wally serving. Larry not able to return that sharp serve. 4-2 now in Aqua's favor. Yellow Team needs to stop this rally as soon as they can before Wally racks up too many points. King's set goes back, and Larry was now able to track it down. So that's 3 points in a row for the Aqua Team from Wally's serves, and we're looking at 5-2 in this game. Wally will set up for another one, but it's very low, and that will be a service error and a point over to the Yellow Team. Much needed, as they will keep this game within range, but Larry will hand it right back over with a service error of his own. So now we're looking at 6-3 in favor of Aqua. They lead by 3. And he's coming up to serve. And that will also be a service error. So both these teams are really just handing the ball back to one another. As TK will now be up to serve. A really sharp serve there, and Wally's not able to handle it. That'll be an ace, and that will be a point for the Yellow Team. They get this game within 1. They trail 6-5. And that serve will be out too, so another service error, this time on TK. And another service error, this time on Doobie. So this game is just a lot of service errors, and I mentioned earlier that there had been a lot today, but this game is taking the cake. It's another service error, this time by King. And this is pretty crazy, in fact. Wally up to serve. 8-6 in favor of Aqua Team. Yellow keeping this one close so far. Good serve. TK will hit it back over, but it's out of bounds. Put too much power on that one. Cut ahead. Aqua up 9-6. Oh, and looks like there was some trickery there. TK and Larry thought King was going to get that. He jumped for it, but then he changed his mind. So that'll be a point over to the Aqua team. 10-6 now in their favor. Wally will serve it over. TK will set it up. King will get it, and TK as well, and it just barely gets over. Anks returns it, but then TK spikes it. Wally's set is offline, and that'll be a point over to the yellow team. Larry with the serve now. Wally hits it over. TK hits it back, and Anks is not able to return it. Wally will get it, though, and Doobie will hit it over, actually, off the net. Oh, but Wally serves it right into the net afterwards, so yellow team will take that point off of a pretty crazy volley there. A lot of close calls. Larry up to serve again. Doobie with the receive. Wally will just kind of hit it over. TK will go for the spike. It's kind of weak. Wally with the receive. Doobie hits it over. King with the nice kill. Or was that out of bounds? It was. King unfortunately hits it out of bounds. Anks will be up to serve. TK sets it up. King just hits it over. Anks with the receive, but it's way off. But Wally has a chance to save it. He will. Doobie can finish it. King hits it back. And to Doobie and to Larry, and it just gets over, and that will be a tough one for Doobie. Yellow with the point there. This is a competitive game here. We're seeing a similar to the game to the last one so far. Yellow within 2 points. TK will serve it over. Wally with the receive. Doobie sets it up for Wally. And, oh, nice save by King there. TK gets it over. Oh, but Larry's not able to finish it, and that will be a point over to the Aqua team. And TK looks a bit shaken up by that one. He hit the ground hard. Aqua leads by 3. Doobie serves it. Larry with the receive. King will just bump it over. Wally will just slap it over. Larry with the return. And Anks with a nice kill. Put a lot of force into that one, and it was deep, and Larry couldn't catch up with it. So Aqua now leads by 4, and Larry's receive will be faulty, so that will be a 5-point lead now for Aqua as they're starting to get into a groove here. Doobie with the bump over. TK will... The set will be a bit far, and King will not complete it. So, yeah, that's a lot of points chained for Aqua in a row. I believe that's 4 in a row for them. Nice serve by Doobie, and TK's set is off, but TK will be able to save it off of Larry's, and they'll actually get the point out of that. That was a bizarre turn of events there. As King will be up to serve. 5-point lead for Aqua, certainly not insurmountable, but Yellow's got their work cut out for them, and they're not going to get that one over, so that'll be another point for Yellow, much needed. As King will line up to serve once more. Oh, that serve's going to be rough, though. That's going to be a service error, and Aqua team will get the ball back. I mean, that's kind of part of the problem here, is that you can't rally points together unless you're consistently serving over the net inbounds. And in this game in particular, both teams have been struggling to do that quite a bit. Wally with the nice serve. That was probably out of bounds, frankly, but Larry will keep it in there and give it a point to the Aqua team as a result. 17-11 for Aqua. They've got a 6-point lead here, which is pretty sizable. So Yellow's going to have to respond quickly to keep themselves alive. Wally with a good serve there. Larry will receive it. King will get it over. Anks returns it, but Larry pushes it over. Let's see if Aqua will be able to return this. That's going to be out of bounds, so Yellow will get a point back. And 17-12 in Aqua team's favor. Larry coming up to serve. He's had a few errors today serving. Let's see if he can get this one. And it's going to be out of bounds, so no cigar. 18-12 for Aqua. Oh, Wally with a nice kill there. TK goes for the dive, not able to come up with it. And Aqua now leads 19-12. This is turning into a commanding lead, 7 points. Let's see if Yellow can stop the bleeding or if Aqua's going to end up running away with this one. Anks with the serve. TK will set it up. And King gets it over, but no one's in the back lines. Larry ran up to the front lines and left it wide open back there. So now we're looking at 8 points of lead for the Aqua team. As Angst will line up to make another serve. TK sets it up. King will set it to TK, who will hit it over. Doobie and Wally will recover it, though. Larry's able to make a nice play on it. Oh, and Angst with a little flub there. And Yellow will get the ball back. And a much-needed point there, as they're going to need to rally some points here with TK serving. They trail by 7. Hits it over, but Angst will hit it right back. Let's see what Yellow opts to do here. King fails to get over the net, and we're looking at 21-13 lead for the Aqua team. They are sitting pretty in this game right now. Dewey up to serve. Oh, King with a great play there, actually. TK's set was not great, but King was just barely able to get it over the net, and Aqua team could not handle it. So they'll get the ball back. It will be King's serve. They've got a 7-point deficit in this game. King with a nice serve. That'll just dunk in there for a point. That'll be a service ace for him, and shrinks the deficit to 6 for Yellow team. Serves it up. Wally will receive it. Angst will just hit it over, but Larry with a good receive. TK hits it over, but it's a gimme. Oh, but Angst just slaps it down into the net. That'll be a point for the Yellow team. They've actually chained 3 in a row, and the deficit's down to 5. So they need to keep this going to have a chance in this game. Oh, and there's the service error, and that will give the point over to Aqua. And that's bad news for the Yellow team. 3 more points needed on the Aqua team side as they are in the driver's seat here. They've got Wally serving now. Let's see what's going to happen here. Nice serve. Larry will bump it way off the course, and that's going to be a point for the Aqua team. Comes the serve after a bit of delay. Okay, we'll get over to King, who will get over the net. Now Aqua's got to respond, and it's into no man's land. Larry's not able to come up with it. That'll be another point for the Aqua team, and they are on game point, 24-16 for Aqua. And Yellow trails 8. They need a miracle here as Aqua is looking to shut the door. While he's setting up for another serve. And here comes the serve. King's set goes backwards, and no one's going to get it. That's going to do it. Aqua team takes the win, 25-16. And in convincing fashion, the game was close for a while, but Aqua ended up running away with this one, and they get another win on the board. 5-1 now for them, as Yellow on the flip side falls to 1-5. With volleyball in the books, here's a look at your volleyball statistics, as well as a look at the volleyball leaderboards where you can see who led in each of those particular statistics. And now for your Player of the Game awards for volleyball. Game 1, Yellow versus Purple, I went with RCP. A majority of the points in this game came from serves one way or another. Purple team had a lot of service aces. Yellow team had a fair share of service errors. So to me, it just makes sense to go with the player who had by far the most service aces on his team, which was RCP with 11, and also 0 service errors. So he was really consistent with the serves in that game. In game number 2, Purple versus Aqua, I went with Wally. He had an outstanding game here. He had 8 kills and just 3 errors. That gave him a 73% kill percent, which is very excellent. And he had 4 service aces, which is nothing crazy, but it's a nice bonus to add to that great front line he was playing as well. Then for game 3, which was Aqua versus Yellow, I went with Angst. Pretty tempting to double up on Wally here, but I think Angst deserves some recognition for Volleyball because he was playing some really great support for his team, setting up a lot of plays for Wally and just keeping the ball in play with his receives. Also put some points on the board in this game with a nice 57% kill percentage. So that's going to do it for Volleyball, everyone. Aqua team with another 2-0 propels themselves to a great 5-1 record. Purple team goes 1-1 again, and they sit at 3-3 in this competition. And in last place, mathematically eliminated from first place contention, is Yellow team at 1-5. The fourth and final sport is going to be Speed Soccer, a new iteration of soccer that is brand new to Sports Day. So tune in next week for that. See you then.